Space Week and Chandrayaan 2 is talking point across the world on this occasion. The global space community also looks at Chandrayaan 2 mission as a scientific experiment success despite the technical snag of communication with the Vikram lander. NASA's lead flight system engineer Anne Devereux, who is in India to celebrate the Space Week, interacted with DD News and said that missions like Chandrayaan 2, Mangalyaan and Gaganyaan prove that India as a country has the will and determination to lead the space program in the world.
International Space Week, and this Space Week is being celebrated across the world with a lot of enthusiasm, and also the youngsters, the young minds now want to know more about space. We have with us NASA's lead flight engineer, right?
I am the manager for systems engineering.
Manager for systems engineering at JPL from NASA. She's Anne Devereux. And she's here interacting with the students in Bangalore, and she's sharing an important talk on moon to Mars exploration. Chandrayaan 2 was a success, where the science mission completely was a success, though there was a technical snag in the technology demonstrator.
Yes.
So what was it like in the international community?
I know a lot of my colleagues, we were all watching the ISRO feed. We saw the Prime Minister, walking around, and we all honestly saw ourselves in the faces of those people that were sitting there. And so there was a lot of enthusiasm, again, this, earthling enthusiasm for it to happen. When the actual lander part, obviously something went wrong.
How do you see India and NASA ISRO and NASA working together?
We work very closely with ISRO, like on the tracking and communications. I mean, we were supporting Chandrayaan 2, as I mentioned, but also, something I kind of didn't get a chance to mention because this was Moon to Mars, is the upcoming NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar mission, so NISAR mission. This is a very strong collaboration between NASA and ISRO. So
India's Mars orbiter mission has completed 5 years. So how is NASA looking at the data that is being gathered here?
The benefit of having an international community of science is that you can get data from all these different missions, and it's helping us build an entire picture of what Mars is and what it was.
So do you see India emerging as one of the leaders, because it's among the top 4 countries or 5 countries with successful space missions? So how do you look at India's position at?
Yeah, I think it's there. A mission to the moon, mission to Mars. I mean, you can count on literally one hand people have been able to do that. And the fact that India has been able to do so much in such a short amount of time just shows, number one, shows the raw talent that you have here in India, but it also shows that as a country, you have the will and the determination to do that. And I think that's the biggest thing.
What do you think India should look at in this space, this manned mission when it gets set by 2022?
People going out into space, trying to come up with a lot of rationale. Well, we need to do this and we need to do that. Well, yeah, we should always be learning. We should always be taking a next step up. But I think the most important thing is for people to get in space.
How do you see women emerging as a strong force in space?
Definitely, it's so different from when I started my career. But also, I would love to get a place where we don't talk about women in space because it's so natural, we don't even have to mention it.
That was Anne sharing her experience and also talking to the students in Bangalore on the occasion of Space Week. Asha Khanum, DD News, Bangalore.